Hello, all you beautiful faces out there that I have no idea what you look like. Well, except for I think maybe 5 of you. I know what you look like. Anyways, hello. Welcome to another edition of the True Assassins random ramblings on nonsense, I guess. Anyways, so real quick, I wanted to touch up here and talk about Airforce gear. There seems to be a lot of missed protocols, steps, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to this stuff, as people seem to attack others when they're using their gear that gives out gathering buffs instead of fighting buffers. So I just want to go over that real quick. First of all, every day you get a free spin from your Airforce factory. You go to your lucky supply, get your free spin, you spin it, it'll give you a random piece of equipment. I think that unlocks at level 14, might be 13, but I do believe it's 14. Now that you have the part, you have no idea where it is. So you click on your Airforce factory again, and you go to refit. Once you're in here, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of parts you can buy. You click on them, see what they do. The first 6, they all give different attributes for attacking, whether it be for artillery, your defense resistance, your marching speed, vehicles, commandos, and helicopters. Now the second 6, these are all for gathering. You can increase your income, the amount that you collect, the load size of your troops, your free technology time, and all that fun stuff. Now the gold stuff down here, it's the exact same. The only difference is that it gives out better stuff. Now, once you have this gear, this right here can all be purchased. You can get Airforce coins along the way, or you can dismantle stuff and get more of them. Now once you have these, they're going to be over here, and from here you can replace them and get them set into your current active loadout. Currently I have all of my gathering stuff on here. You can make the gear better. The way you do that is, you can see here when you click on one, you have your strengthen, which will use alloy. It'll increase the attributes of the stuff you've researched on here, and make them better until that is completely maxed out. It only does go up to level 40. That is the cap on this. So I think that I've only got a couple of them here that are maxed out. So obviously here I can still get this up a little bit more. And then you also have your identification. The identification uses the magnifying glasses that you can see in some packs. They're also available through the Toy Thief, for your bidding wars in there, and I think also from silver events. Now what this does, it'll randomly unlock 3 different other attributes here that are listed below. So currently, initially, when you first have this gear, all you're going to have is your increased paint income. So that's from your collectors inside your base. That is what you have. When you do your identification on here, you unlock these other things for your income. On this one in particular, it's for your income. For others, it's, let's take a look at this. It makes it so that way training troops cost less resources. We've got all of your in-source income, your troop load, your construction speed, your defense building speed. So there's a lot of different things that these will do, and combined together, when these are maxed out, they really do provide a lot of help. Using one of your identifications here, for the gold ones, it is going to use 5 magnifying glasses. So I'm going to show you here on the green one. I'm going to do it real quick. Okay, not a green one, I have to have a purple one. So I'm going to buy one just for the sake of argument to show you what it's like. My warehouse is full, so I can't, so never mind. Okay, that's a botch. I'm sorry about that, wasting so much time now. Anyways, so when you use an identification, it is going to use up, if you have the gold sets, it is going to use up 5 magnifying glasses. You can see here at the bottom it says remaining identification 2. That's because I've only done 1 identification and I like what I have. My metal income's increased, my plastic and paint income's increased. If I wanted to change it up at all, the only thing I'd like to see change is to get electric and metal increased. Now, however, because it is random, it could actually make the metal decrease. Right now it's up 66%. It could actually change it out with a blue or green and make it 44 or 22%. So I don't want to risk that, so I'm going to leave it alone. But that is an idea of how it works. So if you're not happy with what you get from your first identification, and if you have the magnifying glasses to spare, go right ahead and do it again. You get 3 tries with each equipment. Purple equipment, it only costs 1 magnifying glass, not 5, so it is a lot cheaper, but the attributes you get from it are not nearly as good as you can see here. They're the same attributes, I should say, but the level of increase is different. So here we can see that it's only a 16 to 48% maximum for this one, and for the one that we own, the maximum is 110%, and the minimum is 44. So as you can see there, you kind of want to be paying attention to that. So it's kind of smart to save your magnifying glasses until you're sure that the equipment that you have, the gear that you have, you're actually going to keep and never get rid of. So that being said, that's how you would strengthen them and make them better. Now you have your custom loadouts. You have a loadout 1 and you have a loadout 2. You want to make sure you don't have your attack gear set up with your gathering and increased income gear. You want to have them separated so that way you can distinguish when you're maximizing your income and your gathering speed and when you're maxing your attack stuff. So like on a kill weekend, put on your attack gear. Don't just sit here with your gathering stuff. Make sure you come in here, get it set up, and switch this stuff out and make this active. I mean, the buffs that you get from this stuff are very good. There's so many things that get increased on here. Please go through, look at the store, see what everything gives you, decide what you want. It's better to have a match set, so if you can afford to get all 6 sets of gold, get the 6 sets of gold. If not, then do the purple. It's still better than having nothing at all. And even without increasing anything on it, the stats that you get on here are still better than the gear the game gives you in the beginning. So play around with it a little bit, test it out, and go from there. But that is how the Airforce gear works. I know I've seen some of the people from my corps going out there and attacking with a gathering officer and their farming gear, as I call it, not their attack gear. So I want to make sure that people are actually going out there and using their attack gear to move along and get the most bang from your troops. It makes all the difference in the world, because if you're going out there with your farming gear on and you attack someone, it could be a really close fight and you almost won. And if you would have done that with just a couple more buffs than what you had from your Airforce gear, you would have won. So don't be kicking yourself in the shin later on. Get your gear set up, strengthen it if you want to. If not, just leave it be. But please separate your farming gear from your attack gear. Hopefully this was a valuable lesson to some people out there, and hopefully with this deep battle weekend coming up, everyone will get a lot done. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to leave any comments below on things that I can improve on, any additional lost my train of thought, any additional ideas for my thoughts that I keep losing track of, and we'll go from there. Thanks to you all for watching.